Hi everybody, it's James with Cryptoconsh, and today we're going to look at a new project on the Cosmos called Elements of Cosmos. So today we're going to take a look at community presence, who eligible, when snapshot, and when the bloody airdrop cometh, bro. 3. Tokenomics. 4. The project itself and their intentions on the Cosmos. And 5. My final thoughts. So let's get bloody into it. Okay, community presence. So these guys have been around for over 3 years and they've managed to amass 3,500 plus followers on Twitter in this time period. Their Telegram has 584 followers and their Discord is relatively active with an undisclosed number of followers. So moving forward, who eligible, bro? Well, let me tell you who eligible. So the initial airdrop will be 10% of the coins released at Genesis, with distributions among Osmo, Atom, and Luna. So as we can see, 2 of the horsemen of the Cosmos are involved here, with Luna surprisingly getting a larger portion of these airdrops. However, given the total amount staked of all 3, it seems that Osmo stakers get the best deal here, with 0.12 per Osmo staked. Also, remember, centralized exchanges, Binance, Kraken are excluded. So if your coins are on Binance or Kraken, get them bloody off if you want some airdrops. There is also a max cap of each airdrop of 1,110. I must say, while the design of this white or black paper is quite nice, it is riddled with spelling mistakes. If your primary user base are native English speakers, I would expect a document like this to be absolutely free of errors. As for when snapshot, bro, it appears that the snapshot has already been taken, but this could be a rumor. And finally, as for the ultimate boss question, when bloody airdrop, bro? The answer is, we don't know, but when I know, I'll let you know. Moving forward. Tokenomics! So the coin on the network is going to be called EOC, with a maximum of 333 million to be distributed. So as we already know, 10% of these will be released for airdrops, 9% for liquidity pools, so you will be rewarded for putting your assets in liquidity pools, 1% for reserve funds. Reserve funds are often used for all kinds of random stuff, unexpected expenses and whatnot. Then moving up the ladder, community funds. As we know, community funds are usually part of a DAO. So essentially what happens is a proposal is made. If you staked your tokens and there's enough votes that pass the proposal, community funds can be released. It appears these, however, are vested for 1 year, so they're not going to be accessible for the first 365 days. So I assume that's because they want to build the project first. Next, 10% distributed to the first NFT investors. Let me explain what these NFTs are just quickly. So on Uptick right now, you can buy their second round of a special Ion NFT called Ezekiel. This currently goes for $232 and there is currently quite a lot left, so they don't seem to be selling that well. The interesting thing about these first primary 1,000 NFTs is they're released in blocks of 200 and they are not going to be usable in the game. However, later on, you are going to be able to buy a character in the game for half price. These characters are known as GDAOs or Genesis DAO NFTs and will be sold on all 3 markets, the new Stargaze, Omniflix, and Uptick. So not only will they allow you to get a character half price, you would also be rewarded with 10% of these funds. Now, if you believe the project is going to do very well, this is a relatively small investment. But as we know, games take years to develop, so let's watch this space. Next, the final one, the largest of the proportions, is the 20% allocation for the team. Now, interestingly, this is only vested over 3 years, unlike other projects which tend to go for 5 to 8 years. Seeing as this company's been around for 3 years, and it's going to take well over a year to make a good game, it is slightly concerning that the time period is only 3 years, because if a team member has received their maximum allocation within 3 years, there is potential for them to sell it all, get out, and crash the price. So these things are very important to take note of. Moving forward then, what's their intention and what do they actually do? As I mentioned before, this white paper is riddled with errors. What saddens me a little bit is the first bloody sentence is grammatically incorrect. The first sentence. Come on, guys. Now, since long, the game industry is producing games which are getting better and better. All right, so yeah, of course, the game industry is getting better and better. It's becoming more and more competitive. There's higher levels of investment in the game industry. And now the gaming industry is worth more than movies and music put together. Fantastic. Moving forward. Now, these guys intend to create a AAA game on the Cosmos. And the initial 10,000 characters in the game are going to be known as GDAOs or Genesis DAO NFTs. So they are going to be a prerequisite to play. And at that point in time, it will clearly limit the game to 10,000 players. I hope they have some stoppers on this, however, because sometimes whales come in and purchase 50 characters, and then the amount of people that can play the game is very limited. Just look at what happened with Mars Colony. So it's a play-to-earn game and indie-based. So it seems that they haven't really formulated a plan yet. Basically, you're going to go to different worlds and perform missions. I have contacted the marketing team and they did get back to me. So I'm really happy about that because it looks like they actually had to get rid of their old account manager. So to be fair, that's a good start. They did get back to me. Now, what I find fascinating about these original 1,000 characters that you're not going to be able to play in the game that you can buy now is their name is Ezekiel. Now, I've been training jiu-jitsu for a long time and the Ezekiel choke is one of my favorite chokes. It's a really interesting choke directly from the front that uses the forearm. So every time I see that, I keep thinking of that. Gorgeous little technique that I use all the time. Like I said, we know where to get the GDAOs from. We know what the price is. We know there's loads left. And they're probably using these funds to bootstrap the game. Now, looking at their roadmap, I actually had more questions than I did answers. So reaching out to the marketing team, I did ask if they actually have formulated partnerships. And the answer is yes. They have actually formed partnerships with AAA game developers that have worked on many top platforms, but at this stage they're unwilling to reveal who their partnerships are with. After asking more questions, I can also confirm that the game won't be HTML based. It will be a downloadable game, and also there'll be a mobile version for it. Not only this, it will be built using the Unreal 4 and 5 engine, which we know is absolutely beautiful. Many crypto games are now trying to use the Unreal engine to involve themselves in the 3D world. And finally, like I said, they aim eventually to employ all three mediums to sell their goods: Uptick, Stargaze, and Omniflix. Now, my final thoughts on the matter. Firstly, the white paper. The white paper is as important as a financial report to me, and it is the cornerstone of every organization. I treat my crypto projects like I treat my investments on the stock market. So when I see a long report like this, I expect there to be no grammatical errors. This is something that needs to be rectified immediately to show professionalism. The graphics, however, are very nice, and it looks like someone did put a lot of time into this. Next, now while it is confirmed they are in a partnership with a AAA game studio developer, why can't they reveal who it is? Revealing who it is would increase trust and reliability in the platform and might make people more willing to invest their $250 in a game that's not been developed yet. Speaking of not being developed, the next point is, what's been going on for 3 years? We can see on Twitter it's existed for 3 years, but only now are things coming to the surface. What has been going on in that period of time? Why were the staff changed? This could be a really good turnaround with lots of potential, but I would really like to see what was hindering the process over there. The next thing is actually about the NFTs here. You can buy them now, right? And the problem is they're not playable, okay? And we understand that it's there for bootstrapping, but I think it would be better if these NFTs were actually playable. I think if they were playable, I think people would be much more incentivized to purchase them, and it would actually bootstrap the game better. I understand people buy these as collectibles. It is very Superman-esque, isn't it? But a lot of people generally buy these for resale value. And actually 10% of the tokens will go to the people that own these. So if you do believe in the project, this could be a very worthwhile investment. But it obviously requires a lot of trust because the game has not been built yet. And AAA games, they take years to build. It's not an overnight thing. And this is very, very important to understand. Grand Theft Auto takes 3 to 5 years. Look at Red Dead Redemption. Exceptional games take ages to produce. And my final point about this is, what kind of protections do they have against whales? So when these 10,000 characters come out, what is to stop somebody buying 50 of them, waiting for it to hit the market and then selling at a profit? Well, at least if they sell at a profit, a more diversified group of people will have them. But what I've noticed in games that come out like this that have a limited number of NFTs, whales come in. They buy large portions and they wait, reducing the player count and therefore reducing the enjoyment of the game. The circle of users becomes too small for it to expand. So these are all things to think about and consider in the gaming world on the Cosmos. That's not to say I'm not happy about this. In fact, I'm very appreciative. I love the fact that they're trying to build a AAA game for the Cosmos. And I love the fact they're already selling NFTs and they've got a roadmap. These things excite me, but as you can see, there is a long way to go. This roadmap does not even go to Q4, and the game is only starting to be developed conceptually in Q2. So be aware this is going to take ages. This is a long game. So for me, this is a really interesting project. I love the fact they're trying to go AAA on the Cosmos, building from the bottom up rather than the top down. Now, I want to know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think it's a good project? Do you think it has viability? Is it something you would like to invest in? Or do you think we're clutching at straws? Do you think there's too much competition on the Cosmos? I really enjoy reading your comments down below, and I try my best to respond to all of them. We are the Cosmos community. All right, everybody, that's it from me, James at Cryptoconsh. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you again.